Always do our sync start, and we're off. A Meyer Small. It's nice to have at least one of those, but Meyer is one of those dungeons where you don't really need all of the keys. So like a Meyer Small, a Skullwood Small, an Ice Small, those are all not worth as much as other dungeons. Oh, look at that, 2 Meyer Smalls. Gotta remember that, because at this point, if the first 2 checks are Meyer Smalls, that might mean that we're going to have early access to Meyer, and Meyer is going to have some kind of progression. Hey Otter, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I definitely agree. Hit that like button. Always good to let YouTube know that people are enjoying it so they can push it out to more people. Hey Lorelei, did you hear me talking? We've got our camp cat here, looking like... I tried moving the little... Ooh, Quake, that's not great. Tried moving the little side... It's a little footrest that I have that she lays on when I'm working. I tried moving it a little closer, so maybe she won't feel the need to jump up on top of everything. But we'll see. Alright, a big key. To Swamp. So that's an example of a big key that's not that great. It's good to have before you go into Swamp, but it's not required to complete a dungeon or anything. And an extra heart. So we have absolutely no money, no bombs. So we're gonna have to hit the bomb rock over here. At least, I think I'm going to do 4. That way, even if there's no other bombs in CAC, we can still go and pick some up at the bomb shack, at the shack at the bottom left of town. So that'll be fine. Still I gotta try to remember about Meyer. With all those, if we see the Meyer big, well, that would also mean, well, no, Samaria might not be included in that. The item, like, some kind of big progression could just be in the normal part of Meyer. Alright, so actually, yeah, we've already got, as long as we get the medallion to get into Meyer, we can go there. We just gotta get the flute and a glove. So maybe we'll have early gloves and early flute. That would be nice. Hi, sweetie. 2, 3. Alright, there's some money. A shovel. Okay, we're gonna have to take a little bit of a detour over in that direction to use the shovel right away. And sank heart early. I don't mind having 5 hearts this early in a seed. 50 bucks, alright. Already starting to close in on Zora money here. Well, granted, 100 bucks if it's going to be going to the bottle vendor, so still not that much, but... We're already, once we pay the bottle vendor, we'll already be halfway there. Got more container hearts than heart pieces so far. That's nice. Oh, nope. Now it's making up for that. We're even in those odds. Oh, geez. Okay, 4 pieces of heart in the well. And yeah, it's an extra heart, I guess. The pod small is nice. But 4 pieces of heart in the well, that's... Alright, Moon Pearl. Well worth the 100 bucks from the bottle vendor there. At this point, I think it's probably worth going to the bomb hut to pick up another 4. Oh, well, no, I don't have magic to use Burna. There's a 50-50 bush somewhere in there. And since I don't have any magic, I think I'm gonna grab the other 3. Want full bombs if we're gonna be going into... Oh, well, there's an 8-drop. That's nice. I'm gonna be doing bombs in Mini Moldorm. I want them full. Actually, it would have been a lot easier to just go up and pull those 2 bushes and go like this. Completely forgot that we gotta check the tavern. Alright, it's good I like having 1 ice palace small. Because if you have 1 and you have to do the bomb jump, then you can still get over to the right side of swamp, where it's really a swamp of ice, where it's really item dense. Another small. Like seeing all these at the start. Alright, 2 pod smalls. And what is on race game? A compass. That is not going to be necessary. If this is a boss shuffle, yeah, we're definitely taking that compass. But this is not a boss shuffle, so we don't need it to know what the boss is in a certain dungeon. I will throw a bush at your head. Alright, a big key. To the Tower of Hera. Alright, that's nice. And a GT small. So that's good too. With Ganon hunts, as soon as you can get to Ganon's tower, it's open. You don't need to collect a certain amount of crystals. And since there's so many items in there, Ganon's tower usually has at least 1 piece of progression, if not more. But you still need things like hammer and hookshot to really fully look into there. Samaria to get to the right side. Just a heart piece. And a 3rd pod small, okay. So I get the feeling we're also going to be making an early trip into pod. I gotta remember that though, I'll usually try to avoid pod until I have more keys. But it's certainly starting to look like the game wants me to go in there. That was close, I almost wasted a bomb. Eight, very nice. We'll just grab that. Perfect. Another heart piece. Arrows, replacement bombs, the book. And the best item in the game, the Cane of Samaria. Now that book is very interesting, because that puts desert, that opens up desert for us. And that means going desert Agina. And I don't have enough money for Zora, but we've got a couple other sequence breaks we can potentially do here. Assuming these crabs don't kill me. Get in there. Alright, at very least, we've got this now. Alright, a bottle. That would have been nice to have before when we were in CAC, but oh well. Alright, no sword. Can we get a water walk? Nope. Hey Farrell, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Let's try another water walk here. Not having a sword makes this very difficult. If I die, it's not a big deal. Basically just gonna treat that like a death warp at this point. Alright, we got it. At least for now. Right, that is the bug net. So I don't think we're going to be worrying about that. Oh, that's Zora money. Oh, that changes things a little bit here. Hey, crab, get out of the way. Ayala. If I'm pronouncing that anywhere near right. Oh, key. Normally I wouldn't be bothering with this, but we were right there. Come on, go, go, go. Normally I'd be checking out Hobo. Small key. Oh, Isla. Oh, okay, I got it. The stream avatars. Yeah, Chrono Trigger is one of the games I kept in there. Lorelei. Jeez. This cat can be very difficult sometimes. I should play that again. I haven't played that in a Chrono Trigger in a couple years. And that's too long for a game that good. Cat litter all over my pants now. Alright, so I guess we gotta check Agina since we're here. Small key on Zora Ledge. Remember, always bomb Agina. One bomb for the wall, one bomb for Agina. Alright, so far, very healthy seed. Actually, I probably... Yeah, one more piece of heart, and that's another full heart, another container, too. And what's on the ledge? I don't know if that's really worth walking all the way down there. And going all the way out of desert. Fortunately, without a sword, I don't want to try to sequence break Dark Cross. Normally, I'd be sequence breaking Dark Cross. Hey, hey. Get out of the way, I have nothing to hit you with. Oh, for the first time in... that's like 15 years? 15 plus. That's when it's like, at that point, it's kind of like you're almost playing it again for the first time. Oh yeah. I've got a couple Chrono Trigger tracks in here. A unique item requires a bomb. Thanks, game. There's this, Skull Woods is also Chrono Trigger. Oh, what else is there? Are there any others? Can't... I think that's the two. There could be more that I'm not remembering. I've done so much swapping around with this MSU. Stupid heartburn. Alright. I'd really like a sword, not going into Eastern yet. If progression's in Eastern, that's going to be a very big last location. Alright, Saha, what's our green pendant? Oh, green pendant Eastern. How vanilla. Glove, very nice. And a sword, alright. Well, now that's not bad. The sword means I can actually navigate dark rooms now, so now we can get Dark Cross. Could technically go into Eastern as well. Now we're either another glove or a hammer away from Dark World access too. And one of the first things we do in the Dark World is usually hit up Skull Woods, which is the other Chrono Trigger song. Is that the... Black... Is that the racing thing you do in the future? It's been about that long since I last played it too, so I'm trying to remember specifics there. Oh, okay. Well, as far as who it assigns you, I believe it's unless you pick it, and unless you pick your avatar specifically, it'll just give you a random one out of the list. Like initially I had set it to pick a random one out of the Friday the 13th counselors, but then I added a bunch of different ones, so there's a lot more options. As many as YouTube will allow me to post. Well, it doesn't really do that well anymore. Trying to find the exact character limit to still give a wide amount of avatars, but still let people see what they all are with, I think the command is !avatars, is a very fun needle to try to thread. I had it at one point, but then I guess they must have changed how many characters you can have, because then last time someone tried it, it said there were too many to list. Alright, hopefully there's something in one of these next 5. That's not a good start. You're disappointing me, Uncle. Okay, we got 3 shots left. Well, technically 4, counting Dark Cross. And after that, then it's Eastern. That's all that's left, unless I want to sequence break the mountain. But at this point, this early, why would you sequence break when you've got progression sitting in a place where you know it's there? And since it's Key Sanity, I'm going to be fully checking out that. I'm going to be fully clearing that anyway, eventually. Lorelei. Oh yeah, X2 is, if it wasn't obvious from my sprite, or my name, big Mega Man X fan. Let's see what the stun prize is. 4 bombs, that's not bad. And it's not going to be very useful from this point forward, but... You'll hear a lot of Ace Attorney, a lot of Mega Man X, Chrono Trigger. What else? There's a couple Astalon tracks. Rick Astley makes an appearance in the credits. Unfortunately, I had to take all the Final Fantasy tracks out because those kept getting copyrighted. I used to use, I believe it was called Judgment Day. Okay, you are going to... Hey. We're not trying to get killed yet. After this guy's dead, and I get this item. Oh! That's nice. So do we go to Eastern or do we follow that Desert Small? Actually, I think I gotta go to Eastern. The game gave the book. I just could have done this first and saved a trip. See, after this, I'm going back to desert, but first we got a sequence break to do. This is probably my favorite track from X2. Slightly edging out Zero's theme. Got him. Hate those snakes. Alright, there's the pot. Little trick to get the chest in the dark. Alright, back to desert. And if desert was just a red herring, we've already last location something. But I mean, why would they give you the book and the desert small this early if the game wasn't trying to say logically, hey, we want you to do this and go get something here? Very important. Like them giving you the book this early when there was nothing else in... I don't think there was anything else. Wait, did desert have a sword? Where'd I get my sword? No, the sword was in the back of the sewer room. I think. But logically, I feel like this is the right move. Even though Eastern is more item dense. It gave us the small key and the book to get in here. Ow. Jerk Beamos. And we're back with Zeal. Not making me feel good about this move with that first check. It's got to be here, please. No last location. Biscuits! So it was a red herring. Our progression is in Eastern. With no bow and no big key. So it's got to be, unless the lamp is there, it's got to be one of the first three, because the I mean, I'm going to get the vanilla big key chest there. But it's technically not in logic without the lamp. But that's basically like the easiest dark room in the game to navigate. I'm still really liking this for the overworld theme in the light world. And I still think the track I have for Ganon's Tower from Astalon is better, but it's way too intense for the overworld. So remember the first time I was going through that section of the game, at the Cyclops Den. I was like, holy crap, I love this music. Then we got Over Horizon taking the place of Turtle Rock, because Turtle Rock is a giant ball of poo. Powder. That doesn't open up anything for us. But it's good to have. Powder lets me turn all those pesky anti-fairies into real fairies. I gotta play Ace Attorney again, or Danganronpa. There we go. That is our dark world access. And that also gives us Magic Bat. There actually is a Chrono Sprite for this. I've used it a couple times, but originally Phoenix was my main sprite, but then I really like how the X2 sprite, because they have a Mega Man X and a Mega Man X2 one. This is the X2 sprite, and I really like the gold armor when you get red mail. So I just kind of ended up defaulting to this one. But if they make like a Maya Fey or a Zero, then assuming they don't mess with the shadow, because you use the shadow to line up so many tricks, I'd definitely be switching to one of them. So Hera, once we get a fire source and can get up there, is a full clear. Oh, I missed the door. I thought I went in there because I didn't hear the bonk. Alright, and our last item that is not in logic right now is the mirror. Oh, wow. That's big, and that is locked behind the lamp. That is really big. I was not expecting something major there. I was just expecting like a heart piece, 3 bombs. But I will happily take that. Oh, we've actually got a few things we can work in. I can work in Cave 45 over there. Got a couple North Dark World checks we can do too. Not very impressed, Johnny. That is not much hype at this point. That was terrible. Big key to Skull Woods. I mean, yeah, I can check out Skull Woods when I get, like, I can clear that when I get there, but unless that's a required item, that's just not hype at all. Wait a minute. No, I want to find out what our red crystals are. Desert and Hera. That's interesting. So as soon as I get a fire source, we can get the Pyramid Fairy. That's interesting. Yeah, I can't get this item up here yet. Ow. But I can at least read it and if it is something good, I've got the knowledge. If it's useless, then I just know I don't have to pay attention to it. Alright, piece of heart. Don't need it. So that's good to know, getting all these South Dark World mirror checks out of the way. And that's before this is even in logic. Let's see, if we take the mirror off. I mean, the mirror doesn't add a ton. But I just gotta try to remember that as I'm trying to track down my lamp here. Small key. The Turtle Rock. And I don't really need the money from the Arrow game right now. Well, hello, fetch quests. Wait, no, I can't do that. If this is inverted, I could get the frog home and do like half a smith chain, but This isn't. So we're gonna have to save and quit after this. The cape! That opens up a check in Castle Tower. Don't like that. What's going on, Lorelei? See, no mitts, so unfortunately we're gonna have to take the long way around with the hammer. Wait. Let's go do Magic Bat quick. When stranger things have happened, Magic Bat could give me the mitts. Alright, what do you got? It is... effectively trash. I mean, it's useful. You want the red crystals in this and the pendants because they open up Pyramid Fairy and Ped if necessary. The blue crystals don't do a whole lot because you don't need Ganon's Tower open like that. You can just go into it as soon as you can get up there. I don't like doing all this with the hammer, though. Because you gotta loop around, and it's just so much longer. Let's see, we can pull 6 items out of Skullwoods right now. And after that, we've got... Bumper Ledge, we have... King's Tomb... Graveyard Ledge... that are all in that general vicinity. Village of Outcasts, Front of Thieves... And then we're kind of getting back into yucky territory as far as things being isolated. I mean, there's still Homie Fish. Homie Fish doesn't let us down. Pyramid Ledge. Oh, that's right. I forgot about Pod. Yep, here's the other Chrono Trigger track. That's right, 3 Pod Smalls. So you're gonna pull me back anytime soon there? Actually, I've got the 1 key that I need. I don't have to worry about that right now. I kind of feel like maybe I should be going to Pod first. Like I should prioritize that just because I have why did I wait for that thing? I have a mirror. There's Ether. Gotta remember that Quake is sitting on, ow. Quake is sitting on Lumberjack. Nothing good there. Out of the way. Oh, good. I can stun Gibdos with a boomerang. There we go. Ganon's Tower Big Key. So we need a bow to do that climb, but if a bow shows up, that's a Triforce piece in Ganon's Tower as soon as that becomes available. And the flippers. There we go. So that puts that key, small key, over by Zora in logic. That was a nice little find. Alright, what is up here? Small key, gonna want that. Just gotta stay away from those murder-dactyls. Alright. Well, biscuits. That's not how you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to walk along the ledge like that. Then pop the cape. Turtle Rock. Yikes. If that thing would have touched me, would have been dead. I should have at least tried to stop and do something to get it away. Because those will do 3 hearts on green mail. But instead I'm just sitting there walking around it. It's not like it's easy enough to get back to the Dark World here. It's a pretty lengthy process. Without the glove. Without the mitts, I mean. Half magic, my favorite safety. No. Technically, this is all out of logic, but... It's like, where do I want to go next? Do I go... I think I gotta go back to the Village of Outcasts and do the Front of Thieves. There's our lamp. It's in logic now. Wait. The lamp was mirror locked. No, wait, maybe lamp is mitts locked. Because the mirror was lamp locked. So that means that is not the way I was supposed to get the lamp. I was supposed to get the lamp using mitts. So the lamp is actually locked by mitts, which means mitts are now sitting out there somewhere. A bow, very nice. I might have to actually turn the lamp off of my tracker so I can make sure I can find these mitts without getting sidetracked too much. Unless they just show up here. They could show up in the Village of Outcasts or Thieves, and that'd be great. I don't expect them to, but it'd be nice if they did. We don't need that boomerang. We already got a better one. Alright, front 4 of Thieves. Then there's really nothing left in this area of the Dark World. Swamp Small, the best small key in the game, but we're currently... We can't do a lot in there without Hookshot. Wouldn't be the first time that Hookshot's been locked in Swamp, though. Well, I guess I might as well go and do Castle Tower. Lorelei. Maybe I wait on that until we hopefully find out if what I need for Meyer. Because Meyer gave us those 2 smalls right away. How to do this. Ow. Uncalled for. Whoops. I don't know if I don't think I've ever really been down into this little section before. Like, I didn't even know what's in that. If it wasn't obvious, I really don't know where I'm supposed to be going down here. Let's try this one. Nope, I did not make it. I did not squeeze in there. Okay, this is getting absurd. Ugh. I officially don't like this room. Well, that section of the overworld, I should say. So I guess maybe going in here doesn't make a ton of sense, because I still... The second check in Castle Tower isn't even in logic yet. I still need to get the mitts before that's in logic. I'm just kind of hoping that I don't have to come back and do this again to get Quake. What the? Pointless. Yep, that was useless. Got a couple flipper checks we can do. Can go hobo. Get that small key off of Zora Ledge. Okay, get away from me, you stupid bird. Come on. Swim faster, X. Use your dash. Not good. Actually, we're going to be taking the portal. Why don't I go and turn in the mushroom while we're over there, too? Let's try to eliminate everything that doesn't open up because of the lamp. Because I know mitts have to be out there somewhere. I shouldn't have this right now. That's the problem with sequence breaks. If you're not smart enough, you'll really confuse yourself. Alright, so we can turn in the mushroom. Get that small key. Actually, what I should have done... Can I still do that? I forgot to turn that in. I think I will. I think I'm going to go to the Dark World and combine Catfish with getting that key on Zora Ledge. And we're also going to grab a bottle of blue while we're here. So just turn off lamp for a minute. Our progression is either has to be in the early parts of Pod, Pyramid Ledge, Catfish, or the start of Swamp. How many items is that in Swamp? 1, 2, 3, 4 with the big key. Maybe, I think you can get to 6, but you have to do a lot of really ugly loops. So, I mean, there's still a decent amount available in Swamp. I'm not really interested in going into there yet. Now, if Hookshot shows up, yeah, we're going right to Swamp. Unless it's like right here and I've got other things to look at first. Yeah, we'll take the heart container. Still no blue mail yet, so Lorelei, will you settle? I'm hoping that key on Zora Ledge is a pod small. So I'll have 4 to work with instead of 3. Part of me kind of wants to save right before going in there too. Just so I can do some key scumming. Because I don't know the pod key logic. And I always like to try to save 1 for the boss. Come on, homie fish. Don't let me down here. There you go, homie fish. Alright, now the lamp is officially in logic. And I can disregard Pod for a little while longer, because we've got fully clearable dungeons and a little chunk of Ganon's Tower. Actually, oh no fire rods, so not as much of Ganon's Tower as I'd like. I mean, that fire rod could be in Pod. Rod and Pod. Oh. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Because that means Aga Tower is fully in logic now. And there's a Quake sitting there on Lumberjack Ledge. Which could be necessary to get into Mire. Or Turtle Rock. You got 2 TR Smalls and 2 Mire Smalls. And Mire Smalls were basically the first items the seed gave me. I think the first 2 were Mire Smalls. Gonna have to go the long way to get through the mountain. Get out of the way, Dead Rocks. Ooh, big key, too. Turtle Rock. So 1 more Turtle Rock small, and we actually do have the option of stealing the key from the Pokey, abandoning Lava Chest. Hey Chris, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. But there's still no Ice and Fire Rod. Without the rods to beat Trinex. Ooh, that's nice. Without the rods to beat Trinex, is it really worth going there? Another bottle. I'm actually gonna take that. At this point, I still don't... Like, if I have to do Master Silverless Ganon or something, I'd like to have another bottle. That's always nice. And there's a hint tile that could be useful. A nice cup of tea would help, so that was not one of the useful hint tiles. Oh, is bowling? Very nice. Are you gonna think you'll have a sore arm tomorrow? I know I usually, when I go bowling for the first time in ages, I wake up the next day and my arm feels like I was just, well, I guess carrying around a bowling ball. Ooh, we got Spike Cave, too. I'm gonna get Spike Cave out of the way right away. Walk faster. Oh, just one game? Hopefully it's not bad then. That's why we don't usually look in Spike Cave. Oh, that means we can also get Ether Tablet right away up here. That's nice. Don't have to just read about it. Well, getting over 100, at least... Like, I'm lucky if I bowl a 40. Unless it's like Wii bowling or the Simpsons arcade bowling, I am just horrible. Like, when I was a kid, I did bumper bowling, and I managed to still get a gutter ball because the ball went right through in the corner and the back pins where the well, not the back pin, the front pins, where the bumper ended and the front pins were, so it kind of went in at that perfect angle to just fail at everything. Oh man, no hook shot to Harapot, but gotta do this. Wii Bowling was, and then they had, I think it was Wii Sports Resort had 100 pin, and I loved 100 pin. The big key to Eastern. That's a good one. Now we can get we got a fully clearable Eastern with Desert Palace big key is fire locked and okay. So the Desert Big is locked in cutscene chest and mire. Samaria was really early in this one, probably the first 20 minutes, maybe 25. All right, coffee break or water. So if we see the flute and Quake is required to get into Mire, then I know I've got to go do a run to Aga quick. Because Mire would be blocking 2 potentially, and you can only skip 2 dungeons in a 10-12 Ganon hunt. And I'm guessing those are, I'm going to have to do at least one of those. Hook shot. Well, that is just the perfect place for that. Absolutely perfect, because now I don't have to walk up the stairs. We can just skip those floors. Boom, Harapot. I am so glad that I did the basement first instead of waiting till the end, because sometimes I'll wait until the end, even though there's really no reason to. Quake is in plain sight. Yes, I know Quake is in plain sight. I saw it. Alright, excellent. Fourth pod small. One more and I can full clear that with the big key. Alright, let's go smash this worm's tail with a hammer. Stupid jerk worm. Come back here. Missed. That was, if I missed that hammer shot, I would have fallen down there, and that's a 2-floor drop. Alright, we got our red crystal, and finally we got our first Triforce piece at the 56-minute mark. Barf. Actually, bow, hammer. Missing the fire rod to do the dark magician checks, but I could do a lot of, actually I think both Triforce pieces in Ganon's tower. Oh yeah, the boss shuffle is so much fun. I unfortunately, since it's so much fun, I already used all the boss shuffle seeds I rolled. Yeah, it's really nice seeing Moldorm and Skull Woods. There we go, 5 pod smalls. Because if you see Moldorm and Skull Woods, then it can't really move. I guess I got a question. We've got a fully clearable swamp here, a fully clearable eastern, and I still don't have a fire rod. Do I want to try to pick that out of one of those two first and hope I can just do all of Ganon's tower right away? Because all I'm missing to fully clear Ganon's tower is the fire rod. Otherwise, I'll be leaving 4 checks behind. But I'm also right here on the mountain. I mean, if there's something in one of those 4 checks, it'll basically be a last location, but it's also very likely that it's just going to be 4 junk checks. And with how much is in Ganon's tower, I could find that in Ganon's tower. Mirror shield. Unfortunately, I don't really need that. As much as I love Mirror Shield. It's Quake. So on one nice point, I can't do anything in Turtle Rock yet. And until the Fire Rod or Ice Rod show up, that's really not going to be on my radar. But there's so many items in there that could be something required. Alright, went from no mail to red mail. Sitting on plenty of health. Yeah, I think I gotta do Ganon's tower here. Just do as much as I can. That's 2 pieces. You can't really turn away from that just on the hopes of maybe getting something more efficiently later. Actually, I think I might need one more Ganon's Tower Small to do everything. Upcoming week, I took Tuesday off to, ooh, Thieves Small, to go to the retro gaming shop that I go to in town. Just they like quadrupled their space and they're reopening on Tuesday, so I'm hoping to do an SMZ3 seed Tuesday morning, and then go hit that afterwards. Other than that, the kids are off of school Thursday and Friday this week, so that's never really fun. Because my wife and I are both trying to work during the day, and the kids are like, I need a snack. Or they're fighting about something, and it makes it very difficult to concentrate. Summer vacations are also, well, maybe by the time summer rolls around, they're both a year older. Yeah, they'll have a blast. This track, to me, I thought it was too intense for just general overworld. Gotta remember, we can get this. And I think the last seed I checked Tile Room for, it ended up being big. Hey Timothy, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Oh, it's so bad. Like, we made this huge pasta dinner, and my oldest daughter, like, she ate 2 bowls, and then an hour later, she's like, can you get me a snack? Like, you just ate, like, half a box of spaghetti, and now you want, like, more of a snack, and she's, ugh. Usually she ends up just leaving her stuff there and going and getting dessert. Oh, well, that's not terrible to see there. Like, you have to be really careful with her, because if you're not paying attention, she'll go and she'll throw her plate away, bury it kind of like in the garbage where you can't see it, claim she ate everything, and then she'll be sitting there eating like a bag of potato chips or candy or something. It's way too smart for her own good at this age. Sometimes that's good though, not just having a nice relaxing week. Ooh. Not Hyrule Castle, be a small key to this dungeon. That's what I want to see. Small key to this dungeon. Bombos. Alright, Ice Palace fully in logic now. So our count of Triforce pieces going up. Well, available Triforce pieces. I gotta try to balance out, how far do I want to push in here? Because I want to be able to get the piece from the top of Ganon's Tower too. Yeah, doing like exciting things, a lot of it now, at least for me, it tends to revolve around like doing things for the kids. Like going to cheer, going to a trampoline park. That kind of stuff. Alright, remember, don't walk in the portal too early here. There's 4 items. I want them all. So, like, well, I shouldn't say I miss those days, because I'm definitely, like, I'm very happy with my life right now. But I'm also, I don't, like, when I take off of work before I met my wife, there was one week I was able to get a full week off in a row, and I talked to my parents on the phone, I talked to the pizza delivery guy and the person that checked out the cashier at the grocery store. Other than that, I just sat in my apartment with the cats. And I didn't do a thing, and it was such a great week. Made me wish I could retire someday. Stupid bomb. But retirement is probably not on the table for people in my age group. Fire rod, beautiful. Oh, that's so nice. Lorelei, come on. Sweetie. Really glad I went to Ganon's Tower. Whoops. Lorelei. There's the Meyer bag. Wait a minute. Can I? Yes, I can. I think I can still get the last key I need if I go do the Dark Magician, and then we can climb and clear out everything here. Retired at age 34, that's like my dream. I'm almost 42, and I probably will not. I'll probably be dead before I get the chance to retire. But oh well. Stupid Gibdos. Oh, yep. Yeah, that's a program called Stream Avatars. Unfortunately, it only runs through Steam. So, like, if I'm trying to do something, like play a game on my desktop, I have to turn off Stream Avatars. I really wish there was an option to use it without Steam. We're just gonna go this way. Oh, that's not by choice. That's not good then. Uh-oh. 2, 3... Oh, that'll be useful for keeping track. Alright, so Dark Magician was, as I kind of guessed earlier, garbage. Yep, and we got an extra key for the climb. Let's go. And now we got a bow. Actually, we're gonna need convert this anti-fairy here. So we will be... Jeez, usually you wouldn't think Triforce Pieces 2 and 3 are Ganon's Tower. Like, my wife's uncle retired, he made some really good investments, and he was retired by the time he's my age, and that's kind of like, that would have been my dream life. Like, just to kind of not have anything to do. Well, my wife and I already talked about it. If we ended up having that much money somehow, we'd open a dog shelter. Even though, that's kind of what we'd like to do with it. Hey Robert, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. But that's also just something like talking about what you do if you win the lottery, even though you don't play the lottery, just kind of like dreaming about what your life could be like. Yeah, we're both, well, we have 4 cats and 2 dogs. Very, very big on furry animals. Except for, well, I like mice as long as they're not in my house. If they're outside, I have no problem with them, but when they get into my basement and then Zelda kills them and leaves them on my feet, that's when I start to have problems with mice. Zelda is, my other cat that's usually down here. Let's use the fire rod. Yeah, I've only bought lottery tickets once. That's when, the Powerball was, like, 500 million or something like that. That was the only time I've ever bought a lottery ticket. You know, we got enough fun out of dreaming of what we do if we won for, like, $3 I spent or whatever. Oh, I did that wrong. Another reason why Samaria is the best item in the game. I missed that. That is not Samaria's fault. That's mine. Okay, now that is just a really rude spike ball. Five items left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I miss something? Well, good luck on that, Chris. Hopefully you win and you can actually enjoy that dream of retiring. Unless you want to keep working. If you want to keep working, then hopefully you just get to enjoy the extra money. One, two... Did I miss a chest somewhere? Skullwoods, okay. What one didn't I pull? This will be 27. I'm missing one. Oh, crud. I'm so heavily distracted by what item I didn't get in here. Oh, that's right. I didn't have the compass at the time. So I left an arrow on the torch. I was gonna say, what would I have missed in here? I've been through Ganon's Tower enough to know where all the items are. But normally if I have the compass, I'll grab the torch so I don't end up thinking like that. So now we're at 3, okay. That makes me feel a lot better. Alright, next up we've got, well, the back of Skullwoods. That'll be 4. You've got Eastern for 5, Swamp and Ice for 6 and 7. Still need that flute. Every time I see Lufia 2, I remember that's... Maybe I should do... I could play that on my phone or something. So I don't think it's been like there's a... Is that on like Wii... On the Virtual Console for Wii or something? Not Wii, for Switch? Ow. Oh, Fable! I haven't thought about that game in so long. I still remember the little guy on the cover. Alright, so if Ice Rod shows up, then I guess we're probably gonna have to go do Aga. No, you were supposed to bounce this way. Small key to this dungeon? Really? Lorelei, you're making this very difficult, sweetie. Can you go sit down, please? And not leave me all full of cat litter when you get up? At least she's not resetting Friday the 13th God Run. I actually kept all of those. I'm thinking of, oh geez. If I ever do get that, kind of making a compilation of all the like where all the runs but I did up until that point failed. And it'll be really fun to have Lorelei in there stepping on the reset button. Okay, that didn't work. That's okay, we're fine. Got him. Piece number 4. I'm actually gonna mirror out and check Ped right away while we're over here. Actually, while I'm in this area, maybe I should just walk back and start do... That's not the right spot. And do Smith Chain quick. Smith Chain and Hammer Pegs. So Ice Rod's on Pad. What's our other 2 pendants? And I have no idea what my other pendants are. So really, other than keys, the flute is the only thing that's holding us back. I can't get into Meyer to get the... That's right, if I can get the flute... And Meyer isn't Quake... That'll be an extra two Triforce pieces right there. So I think that would put us to 9. We'd be skipping... Where am I going? We'd be skipping Turtle Rock for 1. And then either Thieves or Pod, whichever one we didn't have the big key of, for 2. But in order for that, first we gotta get that flute. And I don't know where the flute is. Because I'm trying to avoid doing Aga. I mean, yeah, that opens up Quake. The flute could be in Turtle Rock, which would be horribly wrong. Or the flute could just be right here. Right here. That was not great. Oh, I'm sitting there trying to select the flute, which I don't even have. I should be going for the hammer, so we can item dash. Sure, why not? Closer to full health. Alright, so we'll save and quit with the chest. We can fully clear swamp at this point. As a chest jerk would say, gotta have heart. One of the best Zelda 1 randomizer players. I think he actually won. Did he win the last tournament? I know Chest Jerk and Yellsrake just got the co-op world record for Snake Rattle and Roll. It was one of my favorite games as a kid. I got a $25 Toys R Us gift certificate for something in Little League, and I took that right to Toys R Us and bought Snake Rattle and Roll. Hey Kins, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Flute, jerk. Oh, I loved Snake Rattle and Roll. And another great use for the best item in the game. Walking through a portal. Oh, you started learning the speedrun for that? I still cannot even beat that game casually. The moon foot boss thing, I don't know if it's my mash or if I'm doing something wrong, but its health regenerates so much faster than I can actually kill it. Oh, okay. So I've never actually, even with Game Genie, I can't beat Snake Rattle and Roll because unless maybe there was a code to, ooh, Tempered Sword. Maybe there was a code to take that to stop the foot from regenerating, but I could never get that. Oh, this! Very nice. So you do, what category are you doing? I'm guessing not the, like, 2-minute glitch category that takes you straight to the end. What is it? I think 90 minutes is the time that's generally considered, like the one that you want to get. It was like the 30-20, 30-80-90 or something for Z1, Z2, and this. Specky clip. Smack. So I guess we'll full clear this, then we'll go to ice. Okay, 6 pod smalls, love it. I'd prefer the big, but see, after ice, we'll go clean up eastern. Then we've got a pod right over there. Something's got to show up in one of these dungeons. 430, that's an eastern is a, it's not, it's for the first dungeon in the game, it's actually one of the longer ones. Like if you, like it's not huge, but you can't really do a lot of skips either. I mean, you can skip the right side and just go straight to the back, but even if you go straight to the back, that's just a lot of walking. Plus, in the actual speedrun, you're probably not doing as many skips. Well, maybe, because you really just need the bow and the big key. Unfortunately, the big key is in that terrible location. Hey, Helena. No, go this way. No, I don't want compasses. This is not a boss shuffle. I want flutes. Well, just one flute would be fine. Don't need multiple flutes. I take a big key to Pod, a big key to Thieves. But the flute could potentially get us 2 dungeons, because that'll open up Meyer. Assuming Meyer isn't Quake. Got a 2/3 chance that we can get Meyer, and we know the Desert Palace big key is in cutscene chest. And that means 2 dungeons locked behind flute. Damage boosts are so much fun when you learn to utilize them like that. There we go. That is the wrong blue item. I want a flute. Let's see, well, we got the ice big. That'll be 7 more items there, because we've got, we have to account for the Triforce piece. I'm curious if I just went back when, I mean, I don't know, I don't remember where big keys are in vanilla anymore for most dungeons. But I wonder how quickly I could play through this, like, the vanilla game. Since I've been doing this for so long. Give me that puff. Got it. Missed. Got it. There we go. Second time around. Hey, Underground, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Ooh, that's a pendant. We know Ice Rod's on Ped. But I don't think we're gonna be doing that though. Just based on the fact that Quake is on Lumberjack Ledge. Vanilla ice cream is still my favorite ice cream flavor. I should really try. Like, I've been meaning to do a vanilla Super Metroid run too. Okay, as long as he didn't take my shield. I don't like those pickets. So that's 6, 7. Odds are if there's nothing here, then it's gotta be in Pod. Hookshot needs fire in the Tower of Hera, so that would have told us that Hookshot was in Hera basement, but we already got Hookshot. Yep, Zora's done. Actually, wasn't planning on visiting him, but I did a sequence break in, well, visiting him that early. But I did a sequence break to get to the Waterfall Ferry checks, and they had $300. I'm like, okay, I'm standing right here, let's go into Hera. No, I want a flute. Flute. No, I think it was... No, it was a big key, I think. So it could have been worse, but... Okay, Pen Gators. Man, we're just gonna go. I guess, no, we're gonna run into the anti-fairy and then hit the block again. And now you're about to see why the Cane of Samaria is the best item in not just any Zelda game, but in any game ever made. Cane of Samaria. It's because of this little piece of tech right here, called Icebreaker. I did it wrong. Oh, you should, Kins. It's a really good way to meet people that also like, well, I don't know what what age of games you'd be playing, but no matter what it is, it's generally going to be something you're interested in. You'll end up meeting a lot of people that are interested in the same kind of thing, which is always nice. For me, it's old Nintendo games. I used to, like, for a while, I thought I was the only person that still really cared about Nintendo, and then just meeting different people through, like, even before I started this. The retro communities are, like, at least the ones I have yet to run into one that I'd consider bad. Give me my flute. Didn't want to do that. I have to go around to get iced tea. Hey, Silvers! That's supposed to be a pretty easy bomb jump. I've seen, like, the really good randomizer players basically do that one with their eyes closed, and then there's me, who tries to take the time to line it up and still takes a dive. Like, I know there's quite a few people that have, like, what was it? VidBits have multiple people on there. There's at least two, maybe, I think it's two, it could be more, that they share the same stream. Ran into them through Friday the 13th. No, 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 no. No! Made it. Never any doubt. There we go. All right. Definitely worth coming in here for that. And with Icebreaker, that's the only really out of the way check in Ice Palace. Oh, Rando is so much fun. I don't race because I'm a little too... my brain doesn't allow me to make skips that most people would do, so I just end up full clearing every dungeon I go to, basically. Right up until go mode, so that isn't very conducive for racing. But it's, from what I've got a couple friends that do a lot of races, and they absolutely love it. Like, there's not anyone in the racing communities that are terrible or sore losers or annoying from what I've seen. Everyone plays it fair the way it should be. Ow. Fine. We'll just burn you this way. Piece number 6. So we've got Pod Eastern. How do we want to route this? Yes, I'm assuming if you're thinking about it, you're not like super shy or anything like that. You got the personality for it, so that's good. Because that's the only other barrier would be how comfortable you are in that setting. Which, and that doesn't really even mean anything, because, like, I'm one of, like, in real life, when people find out I do this, they're very surprised, because this is not something you'd expect me to do. I'm one of those people that in, like, a social gathering, I sit off to the side and try to avoid talking as much as possible. But it's easier when you're not in person and you kind of got that barrier, at least if you've got that kind of mental makeup, for lack of a better term. An observer, I like that. Let's just do pod first, then come back, do Eastern, turn in the green pendant, and by then we'll know where we're going. And we'll be at 8. The flute would give us 9 and 10 potentially. All right, check 1. Oh, speaking of the flute, you know what, I'm gonna risk this. Oh, sure, there's the big key to thieves. Now I've got like 19 different things for go mode, 19 different ways to be at go mode. I am actually going to... I'm gonna take the 2/3 chance here. This is not something my brain likes doing, but I've got a 2/3 chance that I can get into Mire right now. So I'm just going to go to the back of this. We're going to clear pod, go do Eastern. And if I can get into Mire, I've just got to make a... I've got to run to cutscene chest, get the big key to desert. We can finish that, mirror over to desert, finish desert, and then we're done. Welcome in, Kyoto. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Enjoy the Misadventures 5. Which one is that? Is that Sonic and Robotnik? Which one? I think I made that before the Tails one. 9 was Simon's Quest. I should know that. Well, granted, I made those a long time ago. Home Alone. Yep. I still need to take the black background out from around Kevin at the end when he's cheering. Now, if the 2/3 chance is wrong, and we have to get Quake to get into Mire also... Yeah, that'd be really bad, because the desert big is in Mire, so I'm gonna have to go do Aga to get Quake either way. And I'm trying to set it up this way to avoid doing Aga. Oh, and there's our last pendant. So that means we can pull the after Eastern, we'll be able to pull the ice rod out. But at this point, I don't think there's any reason to go to Turtle Rock. That's kind of the one flaw with Ganon Hunt. Though it's in Inverted, we end up going there more, but... With this, I never get to hear Over Horizon, because I'm always avoiding Turtle Rock. Alright, we're going to be at the moment of truth here in a couple minutes. Is there anything that could be useful down there? We got the pod big, we've got thieves. I guess I'm skipping that. Let's actually make sure we're not on the mirror. I don't want to mirror back out. I know that can't be the ice rod. That can't be Quake. I mean, technically, we'd need one more Turtle Rock small, but I'm going to be skipping Turtle Rock. I'm almost positive of that. We have everything to clear Thieves if we need to go in there. But Thieves is one of those longer dungeons, because you got... If it was a boss shuffle, that'd be one thing. Just run in there. At the boss shuffle, you don't need to get the maiden from the cell or anything. You just go into the boss room, and it's right there. Instead of saving and quitting out of here, I'm gonna just grab that just to be safe. But we're not gonna go turn it in. We're at 8. Oh, I haven't even activated the flute yet. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Is Meyer going to be locked by Quake? If it's not Quake, we are in go mode. If it is Quake, we are sad because we're gonna have to go and do AGA 1. Hurry up, I need to know. And I guess I could have made that check for Butter Sword, but Tempered is fine. Not Quake. Please not Quake. Yes! I thought, I'm like, maybe just by walking straight in there, it'll all work out. And the beautiful thing here is I know exactly where my Desert Big Key is. Desert Big Key, it said it's locked by fire. And the only fire-locked chest in here, I believe, is cutscene. I love those hint tiles. Mine. Oh, my health was so low that I still couldn't get it. So we're not even gonna do these over here. We're just heading straight to cutscene chest. Oh, it could be this one, actually. This would be even better. Biscuits. I don't know how I forgot about that one, but... Alright, here we go. Now, assuming the hint tile didn't lie, this will be Desert Big. Marking it down already. There we go. The big key to Desert Palace. That is go mode at 1:45:53. Not grabbing anything else, we're just going. Hence the term go mode. You gotta jump down there. I can turn one of these into a fairy. Go mode is the term that's used in randomizers when you have everything you need to complete the seed. So like here, since I've got the last big key I needed, I don't need any more items. So so instead of stopping and like checking everything I can on the way through looking for more stuff that I need, I have everything except the bosses, so I can just go straight to the end of the level. It's a big time save when you can skip those. Because, like, Meyer is really long and slow and stupid. But when you're in go mode, it's actually relatively quick. I mean, I still had to go do cutscene chests, which is the longest part, but... Like, here the compass shows there's 8 total items, and I've only grabbed 2. And then we'll be getting the Triforce piece at the end. Normally, it's a random item on the bosses, but with this mode set up with Ganon Hunt, it puts a Triforce piece on each one. And you need 10 out of the 12 Triforce pieces to start damaging Ganon. And sneak, that didn't work. Actually, I'm gonna save my shots with the bow here. We're gonna get a magic refill anyway, because I'm just gonna mirror back over to the desert. Now we can use 2. Let's see, so actually we know what the rest of these are. I didn't even mark down what that Skull Woods was a crystal. So now that's 9 out of 10. And we're ending this with the sweet sounds of Chrono Trigger. Oh yeah, Mega Man, they have 2 Mega Man X sprites. Well, actually, I think there's an original Mega Man too. But this is, there's Mega Man X from X1 and X2, and I use the X2 sprite. I like that one a lot better than the X1 sprite is still good, but I definitely prefer the X2. Don't bonk into the door, we've got places to be. Ganon is just sitting there bored, he's waiting to be made into bacon. Yeah, there's some people that are, like, I've watched a couple, like, what is it? Sweetheart Alley and Casey. I've been very entertained with their RPG playthroughs. Like, Auroral Visage does really good ones. Like, I like the people that'll, like, they'll read along with it, and some, like, they'll, what is it? Homewrecker has been doing an Ace Attorney. It's not an RPG, but him and Carolyn Librarian have been playing Ace Attorney and doing all the voice parts, and that's been awesome to watch. Oh, that's right. What boss is this? Don't go that way. Stupid worms. This is one boss that it never fails. I will always make it look more difficult than it needs to be. We're gonna take the full magic refill. Hey Luck, welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Oh, Retronate, I think I ran into him through his, he did a Friday the 13th guide. I think that's where, assuming that's I'm thinking of the right person. I get a lot of pop-ups for Friday the 13th stuff. Oh, not a problem. Always enjoy the lurks. And time to go make that bacon. And Super Nintendo just, there were like, between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI, you had what I'd consider two of the best RPGs ever made. I actually have, there's been a few, like, there's things I've seen for Friday the 13th where, I mean, I don't really think it's an issue. Like, there's 8-Bit Steve did an easy way guide book for Friday the 13th. It's a lot of great information, but at the time of when he made the book, everything that we knew was correct, but we've since learned other things since then. And that book is just, it's like 5 or 6 years old, so it's not currently really up to date. But like, there's a lot of stuff, like, I don't think up until I figured out the 4333 on the lake, I don't think anyone really knew how the lake worked. It's like it was just no one had, I hadn't found anything at this point that before I did the lake guide that mentions that Jason only shows up at 43 or 33 seconds, and that was something that was just within the last couple years. Well, actually, it was maybe within the last year. So, like, there's still... Well, I mean, it's primarily me that's still looking to break stuff or figure out more about the game just because I have a little bit of an obsession. But I'm hoping once Slackinator starts doing his flawless runs, we'll learn quite a bit more. Because he's got this very unique ability to figure out, like, patterns and how things work. So if I haven't got the God Run by then, Slack learning that game is going to be a huge help. And got it. 154. Thanks for the GGs, Dusk, Chris, Kins.